Hey, what's up folks? I am back again with another video. Today I'm going to review JadeAudio EA1 IEM. I've been curious about this one, so let's start with unboxing. Right, it comes with a nice, neat, clean white box. I like that, you know. And unfortunately it doesn't say anything as to the specs on the box, except that it has a dynamic driver in-ear earphones with detachable cable statement. That's all. But as I open it up, I will continue with the specs. All right, so here are the IEMs. Here we go. Okay, has a smoked out transparent plastic shell, comes with a 2-pin connector. Okay, here is a JadeAudio branding, same with the other side. Okay, moving on. Specs wise, yeah, they have a single dynamic driver with beryllium plated diaphragm. Yep, beryllium. After a long time I am reviewing an IEM with beryllium material in it. Alright, remember the other one was Urban Fun Hi-Fi, you know, Mark 1. They had the beryllium and one beryllium and dynamic driver. They had a hybrid setup. It's been a long time. Alright, moving on. Comes with a nice soft carrying case. Okay, inside the case here is a very good silver cable. Alright, 4-core silver cable. Has some strain reliefs as well. It's really good actually. I like that. Of course I would prefer an L-shaped jack instead, but hey, no complaints. It's not the biggest deal in the world, and this is quite nice actually. This is quite good. So it's the first major plus. Okay, moving on. And we have 2 sets of ear tips. Okay, the first set of ear tips is advertised as for balanced listening. It's the same kind as attached on the IEM out of box. Okay, let me pull it out. Alright, here we go. Standard, you know, plasticky ear tips. And the second set, I'm going to show you this one. There we go. The second set is allegedly, you know, for, as advertised, allegedly for more bass oriented listening. Okay, this is the second type. Let me show you a quick comparison here. Okay, wider, this one. Alright, so these are not the, I have same type of ear tips myself, and these are not the best type of ear tips for, you know, more bass oriented listening, for more bass. But hey, it's always good to have option, right? So no complaints. It's actually a good thing, and plenty of content overall, as we're seeing. Nothing is missing. Okay, so that's everything with the box, the packaging. Now let's get to the things that I don't like first. You know, with just like everything I review, there are things that I do like and there are things that I don't like, and it applies to this particular product as well. So now let's start with the things that I don't like first. Alright, first thing first, and that's my biggest gripe actually. The bass is really great, and I'll get into the details later, but how to call it. This is hard to explain. That punch, that beefiness is slightly missing. To explain it better, the drum kicks, for example, are great and very accurate, very accurate. However, such kicks and slams don't tingle my eardrums. Hey, don't think of me as a maniac or something for the lack of better words. But I read someone's opinion on these Iems, and I 100% agree with one particular statement there about the bass. It lacks physicality. And now that is the perfect explanation uh, about that thing with the bass. It is loud, it is strong, yet somehow it kind of lacks physicality. You hear it, you just don't feel it as much as you hear it. Maybe the decay is a bit too fast. I don't know. Alright, number 2, no inline mic. Yes, I know I am nitpicking right now because there isn't much else that I don't like about these Iems. And oh, one last thing. The impedance rating on these Iems is 32 ohms. So these are 32 ohm earphones. They need more power. So if you want to consider using them on your phone, which doesn't have enough power to drive them, to feed them, you might consider this as a downside, as a con as well, because they will not be loud that way, right? So that is pretty much everything that I don't like about these Iems. So now let's get to the things that I do like. Number 1, again, the bass. Yes, it lacks physicality and it probably won't satisfy, bass heads, but the bass is good and strong without, being boomy. Number 2, the cable. Of course, I moved to 8-core copper cable, you know me, but you won't be missing much if you stay on, the stock cable. In fact, let me show you the cable one more time, okay? Because it's really good. I really like it. Here we go. You see, nice 4-core silver cable. Okay, JadeAudio branding here. A really nice color as well. Left and right, color indicators. Red is for right, blue is for left. Okay, it's really nice. Not sticky, not tangly, by the way, and I really like it. This might be the one of the best, stock cables that I have seen. Okay, of course, speaking of the budget Iems. All right, so like I said, you won't be missing much if you stay on stock cable, but alternatively, you could just move on to different cables. Number 3, although it's not the widest, deepest soundstage, these Iems offer a great experience, sometimes almost like a surround system. I suspect that they'd offer great experience when used in watching movies. In fact, I should try that. I will try that. All right, so number 4, the mids. Even though the graphs show a V-shaped sound signature, meanwhile, I'll just give you a nice close-up. Okay, so even though the graphs, like I said, show a V-shaped sound signature, I didn't find the mids recessed actually. They're lush and open, which is nice, with a slight emphasis on upper mids. Okay, of course they're not as articulated as the mids on KB100s that I reviewed earlier, if you remember those ones. Yeah, but they definitely don't sound like mids on a typical V-shaped Iem. I believe that V shape is very subtle on these Iems. Also quite, subtle looking, not, too fancy, not striking. It's quite nice. And so now that's everything basically. Now a quick comparison, okay, with my favorite Iems. First comparison is with BQEYZ KB100. So hold up, where's my KB100? There we go. Remember, I reviewed this one. So BQEYZ KB100. Alright, like I said, quick comparison, so I'll be fast. KB100 for the mids, obviously. EA1 for pretty much everything else. Yep, pretty much everything else. These just sound great. These just sound great when listening to, blues, jazz. But that's it. They're really good. It's really pleasing to listen to blues and that kind of music on these Iems, but they don't shine out that much when pretty much listening to anything else, honestly. But still, I like them. Okay, don't get me wrong, I like them. Okay, so price, yeah, price-wise, KB100, $50, $50. EA1, $40. Maybe a little lower if you can, find a discount or something. Alright, so that's the basic quick comparison between the two. And now to compare it with the blondes, my favorite Iem, blonde BL03. Yep, I still prefer 03 over other, blondes. So blondes were my favorite due to their crazy beefy bass and fun sound, even though the bass is a bit boomy and slightly less accurate. I'd still go for blonde on that department. However, for everything else, I say EA1. More accurate bass, less recessed mids, because blonde has a darker, signature. Mids are darker as well. And more importantly, great fit. Unlike, BL03's horrible fit due to short nozzles. Let me show you the nozzles. And the nozzles also have the lip here, which is good, which prevents, ear tips falling off that easily. Okay, and I don't have blondes right now because I just got rid of them because of the horrible, fitment. Okay, so that means, overall, that means we have a new winner. And my new favorite is JadeAudio EA1. Yep, it just has overthrown the blondes, my favorite. And now they are my new favorite. If you're in the market and want to try something new under $50 range, these are a catch, as they have already, overthrown my old favorites. Okay, so right, so that was the review of JadeAudio EA1 Iems. Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions. Like, subscribe, stay tuned, and I will see you in another video.